The first book, Hero's Trial, starts with Han attending Chewbacca's funeral. He's in Kashyyyk with his family and meets up with Lubaka and Chewbacca's son, Lumpy, who want to continue Chewbacca's life debt and serve Han, but Han refuses. At this point, he's very depressed due to the events in Cernpedal. He isn't talking to his family. He wants to distance himself from Anakin and everybody. He then goes to Coruscant and meets up with his friend Roa, whom I guess is from the Han Solo adventures, and he agrees to track down Rekdesh. Rekdesh is the leader of this organization called the Peace Brigade, which is going around and helping the Wong kill Jedi. Han agrees to this because Roa is his friend, and Roa's wife is red due to the Peace Brigade, and he doesn't want any more people to die like Chewie. Jim Lucino does a wonderful job of expressing Han's sorrow here. Next, we see this new character, Harar, who is a Yuuzhan Vong priest. His plan is to cripple the New Republic by killing all the Jedi, and for doing so, he sends out Elan with her pet Voyager to poison the Jedi with some sort of deadly spores. Elan and Voyager get captured by the New Republic intelligence, and we also see Belendi Kalenda here, and there's another guy, Shwalter, or something like that. Meanwhile, Solo and Roa, they travel to Odd Mentel. We also see Anakin Solo for a bit here. He gives Han this multi-tool sort of thing which Chewbacca made, and it ends up saving Han's life. And then they meet Big Bungie, who is the Hutt on this station called the Jubilee Wheel, who gives him some information on Rekdesh. I think that this is the same wheel we saw in the original Marvel run of Star Wars. Then the Yuuzhan Vong attack Odd Mentel with this weird creature who is sucking everybody, and they capture Roa. But Han is able to stay aboard the wheel with the help of Droma, who is a member of the Ren species, and Han saves a few refugees and then goes down to the surface of Odd Mentel. After this, he boards Queen of Empire. It's this big ship which is helping in transporting refugees, and he runs into Droma again. Aboard the same ship, he also finds Elan and Voyager, who are being transported to Coruscant under the protection of Shwalter, and Shwalter gets shot down by the Peace Brigade, and the Peace Brigade captures Elan and Voyager and takes her aboard the ship. When Han goes to that ship, he finds that everybody is dead except Elan and Voyager, and he gets to know of Elan's intention to poison the Jedi. Then aboard the Falcon, he confronts them, leading to Elan releasing those spores and killing herself, while Voyager escapes after leaving a vial of tears. Then back on Coruscant, Luke treats Mara with the vial of tears Voyager left, and Han promises to find Droma's family, for Droma saved Han's life. And the Yuuzhan Vong plan their next move, that is to form an ally with the Hutts. Now, one of the best things about Hero's Trial is the fact that James Lucino, he references a lot of stuff from the Bantam era books. He references the Black Fleet Crisis trilogy and the Moving on to the next book, Jedi Eclipse. This book starts with Leia on Jundeen. It is a planet in the expansion region, and she is rescuing people from a Yuuzhan Vong attack. She escapes with some 5,000 refugees aboard a few ships, while Jedi Knight Worth Skidder purposefully remains on the planet so he can get captured by the Yuuzhan Vong forces to learn where the Yamosk plans to attack next, so that he can inform the New Republic to prepare for a defense. If you don't know what a Yamosk is, it is basically the brains of a Yuuzhan Vong attack. He gets captured by this Yuuzhan Vong commando and is taken aboard the ship Cresce, where he tries to convince the Yamosk that the Hutts will betray the Yuuzhan Vong, because right now the Yuuzhan Vong, they're trying to form an ally with the Hutts, and there's this Hutt called Randa aboard the ship. So he tries to convince the Yamosk that the Hutts will betray the Yuuzhan Vong in order to gain the Yamosk's trust, but his mission fails. And the Yuuzhan Vong commander who's aboard the ship, he gets to know that Skidder is a Jedi, and now tortures him just like Miko Reglia was tortured in the first book, Vector Prime. After this, Leia goes to the Hapis cluster towards the Hapis consortium to help the New Republic against the Yuuzhan Vong attack. I think Lucino references the Young Jedi Knight books and the courtship of Princess Leia here, which is wonderful. We see characters like Tanelka, Isolde, Tananiljo, Ta'achume, and all those wonderful characters. The consortium ends up voting on this matter, and they aid the New Republic by joining the effort with their capital ships and battle dragons, which were ships like Super Star Destroyers or something like that. Next, we see Nom Nor and Malik Kar going to Nal Hutta in order to get support from the Huts, but they end up giving them false information because they know that the Huts would probably inform the New Republic of the plans of the Yuuzhan Vong. So the Huts stop trade with 3 planets, Tina, Bothawui, and Corellia, because the Yuuzhan Vong told them to do so. This leads Talon Karde to think that those 3 planets would be possible targets, and he informs Luke about this. But the Yuuzhan Vong actually plan to attack Fondor, which is a shipyard. The New Republic then sends Anakin along with Jason to Centerpoint Station because Anakin's fingerprints are embedded in Centerpoint Station, meaning that he is the only one who can enable it to defend Corellia from a possible Yuuzhan Vong attack. There is a moment on Yavin 4 when Jason and Anakin are arguing, and we see Tahiri Vela for a second. I like that sequence. So Anakin and Jason, they go to Dral and meet up with Marsha, Ibrahim, and Q9X2, which really amazed me because I loved these characters while reading the Corellian trilogy. We then see them going to Centerpoint Station, where we see Thrak and Sal Solo, that is Han Solo's identical cousin, and Jenica Sonson. Rosano really references a lot of stuff from the Corellian trilogy here, and I was pretty happy to see some of these old. In between here, we also see a lot about the Yuuzhan Vong culture. We see a lot of new characters like War Master Sawangla and Nashoka. We also get to know that there are 4 different Yuuzhan Vong gods, that are Yun Yuzan, Yun Yamka, Yun Harla, and Yun Shunu. I really like the conversations between the Yuuzhan Vong here, because in the Dark Tide duology, the Yuuzhan Vong, they didn't seem like much of a threat, but when you read about Sawangla and his modifications, it really gets scary. After this, the Yuuzhan Vong attack Tina, which leads Commodore Brand of the New Republic military to conduct a voting. So the ships from Corellia were drawn to Bothawui so they can use the Centerpoint Station without affecting the fleets. By the way, all these discussions with Commodore Brand take place in the Dome City, another reference to the Corellian trilogy. So the Senate votes in favor of withdrawing ships to Bothawui. Meanwhile, Han is helping Droma find his family. I like the whole refugee plot because it shows us how the Yuuzhan Vong war is affecting the common population. They paint the Falcon matte black as a disguise and jump around a few systems to find his family and end up stopping on Fondor. Karde also informs Kip about Word Skidder and the Mosque about Crochet. So Kip's squadron, they chase the ship Crochet till Fondor and arrive at the same time as Han Solo. Kip and Ghana then board the Yuuzhan Vong ship and find Word Skidder, who is in a very bad state and dies. I saw Word Skidder's death coming because why else would Lucina build Skidder's character? I think this may be a recurring theme going forward, that authors would probably choose the character, develop that character, and then kill him. Ghana then kills the Mosque, and they bring the prisoners aboard the Falcon. These prisoners were taken as captives on Jundeen. The ships from the Happies Consortium join Commodore Brand's flotilla and they travel to Fondor after learning of the Yuuzhan Vong attack there. Meanwhile, on Centerpoint, Jason is against enabling it, and under the influence of his older brother, Anakin decides not to destroy the Yuuzhan Vong ships in Fondor. Thrak and Sal Solo ends up firing the repulsor weapon into Fondor in space and destroys half of the Yuuzhan Vong ships, but he simultaneously destroys 3/4 of the Hapen fleet, and the Yuuzhan Vong ultimately retreat. Despite all this, Thrak and Sal Solo is still considered a hero, while Anakin could probably have used Centerpoint Station with much more precision. Now in the very end, we see Senator Wiki Sesh establishing a relationship with Nominor. So I suppose in later books she will betray the New Republic in some way. Now my final opinion about both of these books is I love them a lot. The first one is not as good as the second one, but the second one really it's really quick. The pacing is great. It has a lot of Anakin Solo in it, so I liked it because of that, and it also has a lot of references to the Corellian trilogy. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.